Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here with a Sims 3 speed build. Now this is something a bit different than I've ever done on my channel before. I mean, one, it's in the Sims 3. I've not done a Sims 3 speed build before. Just because create a style can sometimes pose some issues, just because it lags. But, you know, other than that, the main difference of this is it's actually just the exterior and landscaping of a house. I've not furnished the interior at all. Now the reason for that is because this shell is actually for a sim that I'm playing off camera. If you follow me on Tumblr, you'll have seen I have shared hundreds of screenshots of a family called the Vanished family. And it started with my sim Casper, and he has a daughter called Andromeda. He was abducted by aliens as soon as we moved into the town. So my whole plan for him kind of changed and the storyline moved somewhere in a different direction, and I'm obsessed with this family. This is probably the most fun I've had playing The Sims in a very long time. And, you know, I'm just continuing on with that. So again, plug my Tumblr, link is down below, check out the Banish family, tell me you love Casper as much as I do, and everything will be good. But as I said, Casper was abducted by aliens like the second day we moved into this world. We're playing in Moonlight Falls, which is the world that came with Supernatural, just because he is a ghost hunter. I will sort of talk more about that in a second. So the reason this isn't furnished is just because it's going to be quite an expensive house. Well, I say quite expensive, I think it comes to like 39,000 at the end, but we don't quite have that yet. So to get him moved into here as quickly as possible, I'm just going to have him bring his own furniture over and we'll, you know, do it bit by bit. I don't play with money cheats in like personal gameplay. I also, you know, don't play with money cheats anyway, unless I'm just building. Which is something I only really do in The Sims 4. Like in the other Sims games, I do prefer, you know, just gameplay. But yeah, no, I typically don't do money cheats, so my Sims pay for everything themselves. And I just find it more fun. Like, I like the grind, you know? But yeah, that's why there's no furniture in this build. But I didn't want the house to look hideous, so I have still put some effort into like the garden and things. Just so, you know, we have something to start off with. So everything is like wallpapered and like decorated, it's just not furnished. Though the wallpapers in here are possibly kind of a sort of stopgap, and you know, I'll update them at the time, but until I know what kind of furniture style and things I want to go for, we just needed something down so they don't have that undecorated moodlet. Yeah, the whole reason I started playing The Sims 3 was because I was having issues with The Sims 4. Shock horror, The Sims 4 doesn't work. But I was really excited for the paranormal stuff pack, and I don't know if I've mentioned it in videos on the channel just because I haven't really done anything in The Sims 4 since before Christmas when I did my 12 weeks, Jesus. Can you imagine? My 12 days of Simsmas. So that wasn't announced by that point, obviously, so I'm not sure if I had mentioned it. But I was really looking forward to that stuff pack because the paranormal career, or the ghost hunting career in The Sims 3 is one of my favourite active careers. And I was so excited they were bringing that back into The Sims 4. I am a Supernatural fan. Like, I'm a family game player, but I like a Supernatural family, you know? I like playing with witches, and I like having fairies, and I like having aliens, and I just think it's all really fun. So I was so excited when, you know, a more fun aspect was coming to The Sims 4. You know, I just think it would be really fun to hunt ghosts. But, of course, there's always an issue. When I started at the game, I had issues getting the haunted house lot type to work. And then I found out that the paranormal career is actually just a branch of freelance. It's not its own active career. Which, I mean, it's a stuff pack. I shouldn't have got my hopes up. I should have known a stuff pack should just be stuff. And, you know, in general, I don't feel like stuff packs should include new gameplay, i.e., you know, the seance table or like nifty knitting. I don't feel like gameplay should come in a stuff pack. I would rather like game packs or expansion packs were more fleshed out, and then stuff packs would just be stuff. But that's besides the point. I had issues with the paranormal stuff pack. I was done at that point. So I just loaded up The Sims 3. I made a sim, made him a ghost hunter, made him a Supernatural fan, and plonked him down in Moonlight Falls. And I have grown so attached to this family. I didn't think I would. I thought it was going to be like a one-night thing, play with him, do some ghost hunting, and then get bored. but I am just hooked. I absolutely love this family. And I've just been having a lot of fun just playing The Sims, you know, for myself, just having fun with it myself. And you know, that's kind of what I want to discuss a little bit about in this video. I have tried to record this voiceover a couple times before, and it's just kind of turned into a rant, which I don't really want this to be. I do want my channel to be, you know, in general quite positive, and I want us to have fun with what we're doing. But you know, what I'm going to talk about is me not having fun with The Sims, and that is largely due to the Sims community. Not all of the Sims community, I'm going to say that right now. It's just going to be like the umbrella term I use. And in general, when I reference the Sims community, I am mainly targeting the Twitter Sims community, because as I said, I've been sharing my gameplay on Tumblr, and I've really been enjoying sharing my content on that platform. I don't have any drama on Tumblr. I just have a good time, you know, seeing other people's Sims, sharing my own Sims, just, you know, enjoying the game together with other people. And, you know, some of my favorite, like, Sims creators are on Tumblr, and they are some of the best storytellers. And, you know, the creativity on that site is incredible. But then you go to Twitter and you join the Sims community there, and it's just like a massive, like, dumpster fire, you know? And I don't know if it's just because, like, I'm maybe a bit older than a lot of the Simmers that tend to be on Twitter. I've noticed a lot of them are still in their teens. Some of them are over 18, but a lot of them are quite young. And I typically don't try to follow people that are under 18, just because, again, I'm an adult. I don't hang out with kids in real life, so I'm not going to do it online. You know, I'm a very firm believer in, you know, cultivating your social media experience to be what you want it to be. So I've been using the mute function a lot on Twitter to sort of get away from a lot of the pointless arguments and things that happen. But in general, the Sims community on Twitter makes me quite embarrassed to like The Sims. So I've done some things on my Twitch channel. I've removed all the Sims branding and things like that. And yeah, I have just been trying to sort of distance myself from that side of the community, just because I don't want to be, you know, tarnished with the same brush. You know, I don't want to be tarred with the same brush. I don't want to be known, like, from that community. I don't want to be classed as, like, one of them. You know, I'm not down to sit on Twitter and argue with a bunch of people over which Sims game is best. You know, all of them are good in their own way. All of them have their own pros and cons. And I can feel myself getting ranty again, so we're just gonna, like, dial it back a bit. That's the main reason I haven't been making content as much for YouTube, because obviously for that I would promote myself on Twitter, and I don't have the energy for it, you know? Like, a lot of the time anyway, YouTube feels like you're shouting into the void, which in general I don't really mind. You know, I have no issues with that at all, but I don't want to be a part of that community, you know? But here is the speed build I said I would have, and I finally edited it. I got around to it, and I'm very happy with how the house turned out. I would probably never build another diagonal room in The Sims 3 though. So this bit here is going to be the kitchen, and I have had so many issues trying to furnish this kitchen. Things still auto snap to the grid even with alt, so things like kitchen cabinets, they will auto snap. And it probably took me about an hour to place cabinets down in a way that looked good. And there's still a bit of, like, graphical glitching just because some of them are inside each other. And no, I would never do that again. There's also the other sort of upstairs diagonal room. That's a bedroom, and I've recently been furnishing that. I don't want to discuss too much about that because those photos haven't been posted on my Tumblr yet. The queue's like 100 photos deep. So I don't want to spoil too much, because I'm playing very far ahead, because I binge it for like 2 days straight, like 12-hour days straight, and then I leave it for a month, so my queue just, you know, continually ticks on. But furnishing the diagonal bedroom is also a bit of a pain. So if I knew that at the time, I wouldn't have picked diagonal. Also, I forgot to mention this at the start of the video, but I did mention it in the previous one. This floor plan was from Rolo's Floor Plans on Instagram. It is geared towards The Sims 4, and it specifies lot types and lot size and, you know, platforms, half walls, all that kind of thing. It's all color coded, really easy to use. But this is where I got the floor plan for this house. So definitely go check them out if you're not big on floor plans. Like, I really struggle with them. So no, definitely check out Rolo's floor plans. Very handy for building. I love it. And we are coming to the end of the video now. So again, I'm sorry for the lack of content on YouTube. I'm still very active on Tumblr and Twitch, so if you want to check me out there, I would really appreciate that. Links are always in the description, so you can find me all over social media. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your patience. I do hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!